Narayana. Welcome all respected sadhakas. Not adding the new nonsense, maintaining the willingness, putting our due efforts, invoking the God's grace. With these four things, we who are very far away from the truth or self or reality or spirituality will come very closer. Not adding the new nonsense, our willingness, our putting efforts, and invocation of God's grace. Let these 1.5 hours of our two classes be full of meditative poise, at least devotional, or at least concentrated. If not, at least there should be willing effort that I will fully participate every moment in the activity that is going on of chanting, of studying the meaning of the mantras, Upanishads, and if possible, while listening itself, doing little of that contemplation and introspection. In this way, little by little, we add to our sadhana. So let our all the classes today, around 6, 7 of them, be made use of by us for our true sadhana. Beginning, we do our chanting of Bhadram Karnevihi 6 times. Then we do our Taittiriya Upanishad study with Bhashyam, Adi Shankaras. Then Yoga Darshanam with Vyasa Bhashyam. Daytime, 11 of 10:30, we are doing Mundaka Upanishad Bhashyam Telugu. Then Gita for the youth. In English, evening, Bhagavatam, Dwadasha Skandham, 6th chapter, how Sri Parikshit ji extends his gratitudes to Shukadev ji, takes his permission and leaves or enters into the ultimate. Then we have the 10th Skandham, Raja Muchukundas, that beautiful sloka, Chiramiha Vrujinarthaha ityadi. Then in Adhyatma Ramayanam, we can see the Vanaras, their names, who are the big leaders, their power. Then they live in search of Sitaji and how this Angada Hanumadadi proceed further. So each of these are keeping our intellects alert, informative, inspirational, minds too tuned through the prema devotion. So to our faculties, divinized because what we are engaging our faculties are the divine Paramatma Himself. In total, our day, thereby our life is slowly dedicated to the devotion or the divinity. That is how, by dedicating to divinity, we become divine. By dedicating to the matter, we become like matter. So it is always in our choice. Good that you have chosen the right one. Congrats, let us keep it up. Now, Bhadram Karnevihi Shunyama, it is a pratigna as well as it is a prarthana. After knowing the need of it, that through the ears and eyes only into our hearts, Bhadram or Abhadram enters depending on where we are using them. Knowing this, praying to God and our own pratigna, that with ears we listen only auspicious, with eyes we see only auspicious. Then why the body sense organs are given? Only for propitiating the Lord through the upasana, through the dharma nirvahana, mainly through adhyatmika sadhana. Therefore, sthiraihi angaihi tushtuvam sahatanuvihi vyashema devahitam. What is the hita of the deva? One, when we do our duties. Second, when we serve the world. Third, when we worship him. Four, when we become one with him. These are the four in which deva hitam is there. So, yad ayuhu, whatever lifespan I have, Veshema, I will spend or we spend Devahitam to make the Lord happy by these four ways. For that, we need continuous supply of divine positive energy. Therefore, the Indra into the hands, then Surya Bhagwan into the Indriyas, then Swastinendra Vruddhasvaha Pusha Vishvedaha Arishtanemi Tariksha removes all the negativities which weaken us. Then we always have to remember the goal that is given to our buddhi by Brahaspati. Therefore, Swastino Brahaspatir Dadat. While doing this, from within, from without, from nowhere, there should come any obstacles. Therefore, three times Shanti. So, becoming conscious of this meaning, joyfully chant those mantras, so to prayerfully, so to willingly, so to committed way. That into our lives, the divine should enter through us only, divinity to, should express outside. Start six times. ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. In this prayer, every word is important, yes, yet Vyashema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu is more important for us at this moment. Yadayuhu means every moment. May we spend every moment only in gaining knowledge, understanding knowledge, practicing knowledge, and living knowledge. because it is ayu or the time where when it is not engaged in the divinity, we tend to engage it in something else which binds us. Now let us enter into our regular prayers and into the Taittiriya Upanishad slowly, invoking grace of all the Rishi Parampara. May all of them equip our Antakarana to be fit enough to digest, grasp all the salient points of the Upanishad which we are studying. May we also become practical to experience the truth thereof. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha. Om Sarvopaplavarahitah Pragnana Ghanah Pratyagartah ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि. ॐ नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्र पराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च स्थामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोडकं वार्तिककारमन्यानस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि. सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. आब्रह्मलोकादाशेषादालोकालोकपर्वतात् एव सन्ति द्विजा देवाः तेभ्यो नित्यं नमो नमः. ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे. निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा. व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोधविचारणचारुमते कलयेश्वर जीव विवेकविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधे साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. तेषां श्रीवेदव्यासवैशम्पायन आज्ञवल्क्याद्यशङ्करादिगुरुभ्यो नमः. तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृतसमस्तसाधकभक्तानां संरक्षण पालन पोषण प्रीण लालन समस्त शक्ति संप्रदान समस्त साधना नाम प्राप्ति द्वारा समस्त अनुकूलतानां प्राप्ति द्वारा शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन निवारण द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद पारायण आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद. ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः. येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते. शान्तिमन्त्रः. ओम शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः. नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत तद्वक्तारमावीत आवीन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम्. ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ओम तद्वितीया ब्रह्मानंदवल्ली शांति मंत्र. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Vunaktu Saviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Atha Saptamonuvakaha. Om Asadva Idamagra Aset Tato Vai Sadajayata Tadatmanaggasvayamakuruta Tasma Tatsukrutamocchata ite Yadvai Tatsukrutam Raso Vai Saha Rasaggahyevayam Labdvanandi Bhavati Gohyevanyat Kah Pranyat Yadesha Yaesha Yadesha Akasha Anando Nasyat Esha Hyevanandayati यदा ह्येवैष एतस्मिन् दृश्येनात्म्ये निरुक्ते निलयने अभयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अतसो अभयं गतो भवति यदा ह्येवैष एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते अथ तस्य भयं भवति तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. What a beautiful, profound, excellent topic in the seventh Anuvaka we are discussing. Mind to be fully focused on that. Yes. In the seventh Anuvakam, how many portions are there? More than 6 and 7 of them. Among those 4, so many things we have already seen. First 3 of them. Fourth onwards, we have to contemplate on. So first was asadva idam agre asita tato vai sad ajayata tadatmanagga swayam akuruta. Before the manifested world got manifested, the non-manifest world stage of pure Brahman, called here by the name Asat, that alone was there. Tato vai, from that only Sada, the manifested name and formed world has come into expression. This is done by Paramatma, which is said in the earlier Anuvaka, Sokamayata Ityadi. Then he has not created the world like the father created the child and is separate, or pot maker created the pot and pot is separate, etc. No. Swayam Akuruta. Swayam means he himself only made like that. Because for creating anything in this world, the nimitta upadana karana and karma karanas are required. In case of the world, they are different. Therefore, a nimitta karana, pot maker, with the upadana karana, the mud, with the karana karana, the wheel and the stick, through the karma karana, he can bring out a pot which is other than him. But in case of Brahman, he himself being one without second before creation, for any creation, when these 4 karanas are required, they inevitably have to be him only. Therefore, all nimitta karana upadana, all karana is him only. That is the meaning of Swayam Akuruta. The beautiful point of the Swayam Akuruta, the 2 beautiful points are he himself has become them. Second beautiful point is therefore immanently he himself is there in and through that seeming Rupa Nama. This deep thought having not understood and giving importance to the upadhis which are able to see only Rupa Nama Guna Dravya, we think that Rupa Nama Guna Dravya are real. Not knowing that none of them can exist without the real substratum, the Sachidananda Brahma. Therefore, how much ever you use the ornaments in whichever the place of the body for whatever the enjoyment, you can never deny the presence of gold at every nook and corner of this ornament. In the same way, let us not get lost in the Rupanamatmaka Jagat to such an extent that the Paramatma Tattva is forgotten. This is called samsara. Always remember Paramatma, then play the world of Rupanama. Slowly samsara is reducing. Established in the Paramatma, then if whatever required the Lord wants, play in the Jagat, then we are Jivan Mukta. So after this study, whether we recognize or not, experience or not, intellectually we must know entire world of name and form is permeated by that Sad Brahma. That Sat Brahma is Sat only. It is Nirvyavahara Nirvishesha. Therefore, though he is everywhere, he is not available for our recognition everywhere. Still, he has left one point for us to recognize him. That is what is Hrudaya Guha, Buddhi Guha. Thereas the Drashta, Srota, Manta, Vijnata, Visheshana Rupena, then the Chidavasa Rupa Avabhasakam, then the Prati, and then the Chit Rupa प्रत्येक के रूप में है. Then beyond Sidrupa, that is Sadrupa only, that is me. Again and again, again and again, when this thought is entertained, the theoretical knowledge will be very pakka regarding where to go and what to do and whom to find and how to find. Spirituality is done only when each of these things are very clear. Every day when we do sadhana, also what we have to achieve, and for that which sadhana we have to do, then how that sadhana has to be done. With this clarity, when everything done, everything becomes fruitful. That is the job of the buddhi. Buddhi vichara is lost in something. Therefore, either we do what mind says or we do spirituality but without any mindfulness or the presence of intellect. We do everything mechanical. Therefore, the results never come to us. So, this is how very, very clearly we must know. From the earlier Anuvaka's purpose also, that was to study this Anuvaka also, the first three lines spoke of it. Then, because Tadatma Naga Swayamakuruta, second one, Tasmad Tat Sukruta Muchyata iti. Therefore, Brahman is done Sukruta, Brahman himself is second level called as Sukruta. How and what? 3-4 reasons we have seen. Now the next level is taken. Yadvaitat Sukrutam, that which is called Sukrutam, that which is called as Asat, that which is actually Sat Brahma, that in which entire world of Rupanama was unmanifest, from where with his desire only the Rupanama got manifested. Yadvai Tat Sukrutam, that which we just named as Sukruta, the new name, by sending in the gadget किसमें भेजते हैं ना gadget. Okay, because of this reason I am changing my name from this to that. If anybody has any doubt, question, objection, within 15 days please report. Nobody, then this is applied along with this in the court and all, then they just pass again in the gadget. Okay, this person so and so whose name was so and so is now newly named. Here also newly named. Only old names are not gone away, but these new names. He is Brahma, he is Sad Brahma, he is Asad Brahma. He alone is now has become named as the Sukrutam. Now that Sukrutam Brahma is given another name. Yadvai Tat Sukrutam Raso Vai Saha. देखो Raso Vai Saha. He alone is Rasa. Now connections are being established by Bhashyakara. The Shruti Mata says, Rasagahivayam labdva anandhi bhavati. Any one of us are becoming anandhi because of the rasa prapti. Before ananda and rasa, there is a trupti. Therefore, the rasa means trupti, rasa means ananda. Now, the logic is what? Ananda and trupti, which are caused by the rasa, cannot be coming without something. Is it not? From the absence, ananda and trupti, that means rasa cannot come. Clear? For you and I, the common example given is we also have the trupti, we also have ananda. And from what rasa we got the trupti ananda? The example given is the madhura rasa as well as amla rasa. Madhura rasa, sweet, amla rasa, savar, they have become means for the common ordinary people to become trupta as well as anandi. Now the beauty is what? What about the Brahmajnanis? What of the great saints? Are they having any amla or madhura in their consumption? First of all, you have to think about it. No. Like that, none of the objects are being entertained by them. Then, are they anandi like us, trupta like us? Wow, they are continuously, constantly in the trupti and in the ananda. If they are trupta and ananda, they must have their rasa. The karana for that. Now the rasa is not any of the objects. Then what must be the object which is there as rasa? The Sat Brahma only. Because without something, the Trupti Ananda cannot come, and they don't have anything as common to all of us, but they have realized the Brahman. Therefore, the Brahmagnani's Ananda and Trupti shows two things, that they are having continuously Rasanubhuti, and that Rasanubhuti in the form of Trupti and Ananda for them is not coming from any outer objects. Therefore, it must come from within. Within what? That state of identity with which they are identified now, called as Brahma. Therefore, by this, what is understood? Brahman asti, Brahma rasaswarupena asti, and because of the rasaswarupa Brahma alone, the Trupti and Ananda is coming to everyone, which every ignorant people are imagining because of their non-contemplation that the Trupti and Ananda are coming from the Bhahya Vishayas. That ignorance is called delusion. That is called as samsara. So the Trupti and Ananda is also for Brahmanubhuta person. Trupti Ananda also is for the people who are seeking the Sukha Ananda from outer things. For them the objects are Rasakarana. For this Brahmagnani, the Brahma Tattva alone is the Rasa, therefore Trupti and Ananda Karana. So therefore, how many things are there? The Brahmagnani, without anything, he is happy. Without anything, he is Tupta. Without anything, he is in Rasaswada. Without anything, but there is something in him. Actually, that something is everything only. That is called as Brahma. Therefore, Brahman asti, Brahma rasaswarupena asti. From the Brahma rasa only, the Trupti and Ananda coming to any jiva. Therefore, it is valid now to say yadvai tat sukrutam raso vai saha. That which we named as Rasukrutam just now, we are again immediately putting another name to him. He is Rasaswarupa. Rasaswarupa. Because of which the Trupti and Ananda comes to everyone. That is the subtlety we have to understand. Dekho, we do karma, we get the karma phala, we involve in them through indriyas, then we get sukha trupti. But this karma doing with indriyas, can any one of them be possible without the pure existence in them? First, they have to exist, no? Is it not? The karmendriyas should exist. The knowledge to work should exist. Karmendriyas should function, that functioning should happen. Then the karma phala should exist. Contact with karma phala through indriyas should happen, that should exist. Then only the trupti or ananda coming. So where is the existence which is not there? Everywhere it is there. Therefore, wherever there is Ananda, there is Trupti. Wherever there is Ananda, Trupti, there is Rasa. Wherever there is Rasa, it is Brahma only. Therefore, Brahma Rasa only, we are imagining it as the Vishaya Ananda or Nidra Ananda, etc. Like the pure sugar cane only, made into the sugar only, added to every sweet, and we name that sweet to be differently. गुलाब जामुन कहा, रसगुल्ला कहा, अरे ये सब आप नाम वगैरह दे रहे हो, यू आर एडिंग अदर इंग्रेडिएंट्स, बट बेसिकली कैन यू कॉल देम एज स्वीट without adding sugar to it? Think about it. Therefore, this is what deep contemplation. And when this listening, what we are doing now, is made internalized, that's called as contemplation. On the seat of contemplation, transcending the gross things, we really become entered into the subtler happenings, the subtler things. This is called Vedanta. But because of too much value given to outer things and beings and the pursuits and the desires and all, always the intellect is a slave to mana and indriyas in trying to get the outer things. Such intellect is never available for the internal inquiry. Very interesting. Like the servant or the children are too busy in their own selfish personal things. What the owner or the parents can employ them in good work. When the disciples are engaged busy in their own work, fancies. What the Guru can do through them when they are not available? He can't do anything when they are not available. Therefore, Buddhi is not at all available, lost in Indriya Mana in the outer pursuits. That's why in all Adhyatmic sadhanas, the first thing is freeing Buddhi from its running behind a slave to Mana, Indriya and Sharira. It calls for a lot of Viveka and Vairagya. Summary of all Viveka Vairagya is whatever I am seeking outside is not only not the source of happiness, but it is the source of all limitations, all bondages, all comings and goings. If this knowledge is done, then definitely we get Vairagya and then naturally we withdraw. Like a diabetic patient, naturally he withdraws from the sugars because I don't want to eat, that's it. Because with that there is harm to me. Koichinta, like fire. Naturally we withdraw from putting our finger in the fire because we know it burns and we don't want to be get burnt. So too we don't want to become miserable. Misery comes because of the extrovertedness. I don't want to be miserable, therefore I don't want to involve in the things and beings of the world. This point is so simple, so easy, but to understand it simple, easy thing only, many years and lives of listening, Viveka Vairagya we have to do. Like mathematics or puzzle. 2 3 hours it takes to sort out. Still not sorted out. But the one who has given it, when he gives one hint, in 2 seconds it is sorted out. Actually, it is 2 second solution only. But because of our vagaries, distractions, not able to focus on the point, we were all struggling. That's called groping in darkness or beating around the bush. If the light is put on, nothing to grope in that. You are seeing everything. Open the bush and just hold the snake and bite it, hit it, it's over. So this is called as pure spiritual jnanam. How systematically Shruti Mata and Bhagavan Shankara together analyzing and telling what exactly is happening inside us. One is the happening of samsara, second is never samsara happening, pure self. From the samsara happening to never samsara happening, pure self we have to reach to. That is a spiritual journey. Thereafter, I am in that blissful self. In my presence, something may or may not happen. I am not disturbed. Like the light. You know, when you are 10 people in the room, the light is put on. So you all are working and all that. Each one of them go out of the room. Light is continuing. Will that light feel bad? कि यार 10 लोग थे, मैं इन सबको इल्यूमिनेट कर रहा था, अभी कोई नहीं, मैं अकेले पड़ गया. अरे whoever come or go, that light is not disturbed. It is in its own pristine glory. So too, I am the pure conscious existence. Whether the upadhis come and play their play or don't, I am not disturbed. That's called Jivan Mukti. Establishing in that. We are now established in the coming and going world with our identity, with our value given to them. Slowly, when we come to this never changing existence, light, and avoid in that, whatever happens to upadhis, let it happen, not to me. That's what Tanturajan Marishyeti Pashubuddhi Mimam Dehi. न जातः प्राग अभूतोद्य देहवत्वं न नंक्ष्यसि मृत्यवः न उपदक्षन्ति मृत्युनाम मृत्युम ईश्वरम. Some text we studied, पता नहीं बहुत जन्म पहले. So रसो वै सः up to what we have seen, यद्वै तत् सुकृतं रसो वै सः, then रसग्ग हेवायं लब्ध्वा आनंदी भवति. This portion, then the next one, ko heva anyat kah pranyat yadesha akashah anandah nasyat. This is again very pregnant sentence to be deeply studied with the help of Bhagavan's Bhashyam. Let us see that portion. So this one is understood ki without a rasa, the trupti and ananda cannot come. Rasa for the people ordinary are from Amla and Madhura. For the Brahmagyanis, there is no Amla Madhura had taken. Still, they are Trupta and Ananda, but the Rasa must be there. They have Brahmagyanam. Therefore, Rasa comes must from where it must be from the Brahman only. Therefore, Brahman alone asti, Brahma alone asti Rasa Swarupana. Remember two things. One is Ananda, Trupti cannot come from emptiness. Second, Ananda, Trupti will come from the rasa. Therefore, emptiness is replaced by the Brahma. The rasa is added to Brahma. Means what? Brahman alone is rasam. So you are Anandi. Yeah, you are Trupta. The contentment and happiness will have to come from an existing object, and that should be rasa yukta. So a mango, it is existing and it has got the rasa. I can the gross rasa. Then because you are consuming it through the tongue, there is first trupti, there is ananda. Ah, very good. I had 2 dozen mangoes. Now 2 days I can't come out now. Existing rasa, then only trupti and ananda. For a great saint who has not got mango like outer things, as existing things and the rasa, still they are happy and they are trupta. Where from their trupti and happy must coming from? Something must exist, and that something only we are talking from the beginning onwards, the existence, whom we are naming as Brahma or Atma. Now, existence is a come. Now, something should exist. In case of mango, mango was existing. None of the objects are existing for Brahmagnani. Therefore, what should exist to? Objectless existence. That is pure existence. That is what is Sat. That is what is Brahma. That is what the topic of discussion. That is what the ultimate goal to be reached. Now, the second condition is what? To be happy and trupta, rasa should be there. Now, this jnani is also becoming anandi and trupta. Therefore, there must be rasa. But there is no other object. Then what is the object there? Brahman only. Therefore, rasa should come from where? See, somebody is ate mango. Mango was existing. In the existing mango only rasa was there. Because of that, he had trupti and ananda. Now, for a Brahmagnani, he is in the Brahma Swarupa, and Brahma Swarupa alone is rasa. Therefore, he was happy and trupta. Therefore, the trupti or ananda is becomes rasa. Rasa is from the Brahman. Therefore, Brahman alone is rasa swarupa. That is why yadvai tat sukrutam raso vai saha. Okay, this is what is done. Then rasagga heva ayam labdva anandi bhavati. This sentence is talked about the Brahmagnanis. For others, madhura amla vardi means for happiness. Then this Brahmagnani, where from he is becoming Anandi? Rasam heva ayam labdva. Ayam rasam labdva Anandi bhavati. Ayam rasam, back piche jao, rasam is Brahma Swarupam. Therefore, he is experiencing Ananda, that is because of Trupti, that is because of this rasa, that is because of Brahma. So he is in the Brahma Anubhuti, he is in the Brahma rasa, he is in Brahma Trupti, he is in Brahma Ananda. Therefore, by this conclusion is what? The Ananda giving, Trupti giving, Rasa Sarupa, Brahma Asti. We have to come to this conclusion, Brahman Asti. So, through the Ananda experience of the ordinary people and the saints, the existence of the Brahman is being arrived at. बिकॉज सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम यही है, एग्जिस्ट है कि नहीं ब्रह्मन, क्योंकि एज लॉन्ग एज यू सर्च हिम आउटसाइड, मोह को कहाँ ढूंढोगे रे बंदे, मैं तो हूँ तेरे अंदर, तुम्हारे आत्मा के रूप में. इन द अनात्मा सर्च ब्रह्मन कैन नेवर बी फाउंड. इन द आत्मा सर्च also Brahman is never found. Brahman is to be recognized as our own self and abided in. Till this thought becomes very clear, we are still vague in our understanding, in our sadhanas, in our meditation. Till the goal is clear, all our travels are confusing and vague only. कहाँ जा रहे रे बेटा, मम्मी अम्मा ने पूछा, पता नहीं अम्मा, निकल तो जा रहा हूँ, कहाँ जा रहा हूँ नहीं बता. So he doesn't know, so anywhere he'll go. But other fellow says, yes, going to friend's house for combined study for 1 hour, then we play badminton half an hour, then I'll come back. Pakka he will do that and come. Therefore, Brahma Swarupa Atma, Atma Swarupa Brahma, Pratishtha is our goal. But before that, it has to be confirmed that it is existing. The whole struggle the Shruti Mata, Shankara Bhagavan are doing is for this thing. We have to sympathize with them and slowly become tuned to them. Then come to this point. He, other than this entire world of names and forms, as the substratum of all of them, without which the whole names and old forms cannot remain. Called as the Brahman is there, very much is there. He alone is reality. Identifying with him alone, the liberation from all limitations. Into this knowledge, when we become stronger, then only we will be desiring to pursue that. Then only we are true sadhakas. इंटेलेक्चुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग कन्विक्शन के बिना साधना कब तक क्यों होगा, होगा ही नहीं, होगा तो भी दैट इज नॉट द गोल ओरिएंटेड sadhana, it is an imaginary sadhana. Like ande naiv niyamanatanda is not only in the samsara, in sadhana also. If a guru himself doesn't know the sadhya and sadhana, strong thing as a sadhya vastu he proposes, and he teaches us the wrong thing, the sadhana, he is also andha, and we following him, we reach what he says, but not the absolute truth. आध्यात्मिक गुरुओं में भी अंधे गुरु होते हैं. अंधे गुरु मतलब they tell us about something or the other to obtain other than Brahman. And all what they say we obtain. But because it's not Brahman, it is not real. Because not real, it's not permanent. Because not permanent, it is gone. Because gone away, again we are empty. We are back to square one. That is why Upanishad Vedanta studied, experienced Brahmajnana, that Guru alone is Sat Guru. Others are other Gurus, not Sat Guru. Sat Brahma बताने वाला ही सदगुरु है. अदर्स आर गुरु. चोरी सिखाने के गुरु होंगे, टेररिज्म सिखाने के गुरु होंगे, हाउ टू चीट अदर्स वाले गुरु होंगे, प्रोफेशनल गुरुस है, टैलेंट्स गुरुस है, गुरुस हु टीचेस वैल्यू, all are gurus. So those respective fields they train teachers, but not the Sadguru. They are difference between this Guru and Sadguru. Please be careful. Mother also Guru, but not Sadguru. Father also Guru, but not Sadguru. Your academic teachers are Gurus, but not Sadgurus. Your car driving teaching teacher is a Guru, not Sadguru. None of them can give us a liberation. Therefore, don't run behind anybody as Guru. Namaskar, Guru Maharaj. If he is teaching Sat, then only Sat Guru. And anything other than Sat pursuing is knowingly we are doing mistake. Then nobody helps us. What's knowingly? Sat is Brahma and Brahma Prapti is Moksha. Instead of that, again going somewhere else means abhi dimag pura ठिकाने पे नहीं आया. Means Buddhi has not done sufficient study of Vedanta, Vichara, not come to the correct understanding. This particular second Brahmananda Valli of this Taittiriya Upanishad is equipping us, training us, making us mature in this main aspect. Most important aspect. That individual in whose understanding by the study of Upanishad under the guidance of Guru with Bhashya, etc., Sat Brahma is understood, Sat Brahma alone in reality is understood, Sat Brahma Prapti alone is the Moksha Hetu is understood, he is on the right track. Now think about it. Which gurus you are visiting, what they are teaching. Which books you are studying, what is written in that. Which thoughts you are entertaining, what is the content in that. This is what done by Raja Muchukunda, the contemplation, the inquiry, introspection. He said, Tavapada Sevanat Anyam Varam na Kamaye, Sayatu Nirgunam Advayam Brahma Vrajami. Good. Be careful. Conscious. So, Yadvai Tat Sukrutam Raso Vaisaha Rasagrahyeva Ayam Labdva Anandi Bhavati. That portion is discussed. Ayam means what? Ayam Brahmagnani. Ayam rasam labdva anandi bhavat. Not like others, the am rasa. He is having the khas rasa. Which rasa? Brahma rasa. Because other than the Brahman, there was nothing else. And Brahman is pure existence. It cannot be non-existing. The discussion is not the direct thought of Brahman is existing. The thought is what? Without something, the rasa cannot be. Without the rasa, the trupti ananda cannot be. He's got ananda, he has got trupti, therefore there must be rasa. That rasa, because it's not from any other source, it must be not from any of those things. Then what must be there if something is not there? Then it must be Brahman only, because Sat. Therefore Sat is the rasa. So without something, the rasa, trupti, ananda cannot be. And no other thing is there other than Brahman. Therefore Brahman alone is Sat is there. Brahman alone is the Rasa Swarupa. From him only Trupti and Anandi Bhavati. Therefore, Rasam hi eva ayam labdva means ayam Brahma Rasam labdva eva the Brahmagnani who is not pursuing for his Ananda anything of the world other than the self like you and I is becoming Anand. So the one here Brahmagnani nahi kaha, what he said, anihaha nireshanaha brahmanaha vidvamsaha. The desireless, the actionless, the Brahmagnanis and the wise people, without any indriyas or indriya vastus, they are still in Ananda, in this rasa, in the trupti. So where from that must come? From some source. That source is called Brahman. Therefore, by that the Brahma Astitva is explained. Again, the problem is that Brahman cannot be in any Visheshana Rupa shown. Okay, like their Savisheshana in the Hridaya Kuhara as Jnata, Drashta, Manta, Vijnata became the entrance for us to recognize Brahma, Upalabdhi Dwara. Here also, the Ananda experienced by the Vidvamsa, that inquiry, how he is getting the Ananda from the Trupti. Ananda Trupti, is he getting like any other common man from any Madhura and Amla or anything? None of them are there. Therefore, without something, the Ananda to cannot come. Then what is that? That is what is called as Sadbrahma, which is the Rasa Swarupa. From there, he is becoming Anandi. Still, that Sadbrahma is not explained, not defined, but we are convinced that he must be there. Because nothing is there, still Ananda is there. Ananda cannot come without something. So something is not any other thing. If it is not any other thing, it is the thing. And that thing is Brahman. देखो देखो this is how becoming subtler from the grosser. This is what is becoming independent of the Stula Jagat and slowly starting becoming Sukshma inside. This is why, from this standpoint, the final sentence is made कि every Ananda in the world is from the Brahman only. Immediately, you don't understand it because in between sentences are not explained in other talkings. But here in the Upanishad, systematically the Shruti Mata, the Bhashyakara, is developing the topic logically. Then we slowly can come into the acceptance of this understanding. And in the Amla and Tikta also, superficially for the Vishaya Asakta, Ananda is coming from Amla and Tikta. They are called Vishayananda. But that Amla or Tikta or Madhura or Tikta or Madhura or Amla, the sweet or anything, that also should exist. From the non-existing mango, we can't be happy. Therefore, in the mango also, what is supporting the mango? The existence only. Therefore, for the mango or for the any other fruit, the happiness is coming from the existence only. But the one who thinks it is from the objects, when the objects gone away, they become miserable. But the one kept away all the objects, directly identifying with the Brahma, is always in the Anandaras. Because it's directly in that. Like an ant going here and there in search of some sugar. One sugar grain it got. इतना मुश्किल से उठा के लाता है वो खाता है. Imagine that has fallen in a sugar का डब्बा only. Anywhere you see chini. In the same way, for a Brahmagnani, anywhere he sees Brahman, Brahman is Ananda Rasa, therefore he is always in Brahmananda Rasa Anubhuti Karitai. He is in Brahma. Because anywhere I see that Brahman is Rasa Srupa, Rasa gives Trupti gives Ananda, so he is always in Ananda. So he is independent of Vishayas Ityadi for his Ananda, because he is Brahma Swarupa. Therefore, Brahman is existing eternal. Such persons Rasa, Trupti and Ananda are also eternal. Brahman being independent, their Ananda is independent. It never comes and goes. It's always there. That is why seek Brahman to be always in Ananda Rasa. This is the sentence. This sentence is being said because of this analysis. आने जाने वस्तुओं में भी सुख आनंद ब्रह्म से ही आता है. लेकिन because we depend or imagine that it is from the vastu gone away, we think that Ananda gone away. Because of the thinking, really Ananda gone. Because we think Ananda is from the Vastu. That is the problem of thinking, the problem of imagination. That's called the mind's work. But the buddhi, if it analyzes and knows that mango is giving happiness not because of mango, but because first of all it is existing. Because non-existing mango cannot give happiness. Therefore, whether the happiness from the apple हो या mango हो या pomegranate हो, guava हो or any pineapple हो, कुछ भी हो, first of all they have to exist. Therefore, where from the ananda must come ultimately? Because the other reason, from non-existing fruits, happiness cannot come. Or any objects. They have to exist first of all. So, existence is actually ananda rasa. That existence is called Sat. That Sat is called Brahma. See, from these many days of analysis, one simple common sense thought. Existence is Brahman. Without Brahman, no Namarupa have their own reality. Therefore, where from the Ananda, if at all we want it or we are experiencing it, can or should come from? Can it come from the non-existing things? The thing itself is non-existing. How can it give us Ananda? Simple common sense. Therefore, existence is the only existing thing. Therefore, any ananda, if it has to come or exist, it should be from that only. The one who knows it, he will pursue that existing Brahman. And इत्तेफाक से जो कहते हैं, by chance or default, if he touches that one, it is proved यार ये तो सत्य है, the आनंद तो इधर ही है. Ananda is in Brahma only. Who said it in the Jagat? It was all ignorance. It was all ignorance means not knowing that Ananda is Brahma ka Swarup. Delusion is imagining that the Ananda is coming from the objects. Followed by that the desire for objects, then effort to procure the object, then indulge in that through the senses. And when the objects are over, that sensuous pleasure is over, then we think, Are ab hum dukhi ho gaye. But discover that inner Brahma Ananda Rasa, abide in that, all the time we are happy. Now, will that person cherish mango or not a Brahmagnani? He will cherish, but not as mango. He will enjoy Brahmajnana only through mango, Brahmananda. Is it not? He is always in Brahmananda. You gave him mango. He is having it through mango. That's it. He was walking. You just gave lift. He wanted to go there. Whether it is walking or lift given, it doesn't matter. His intention is to go. He's in Brahmananda. You give mango. Chalega. Through that also is in Brahmananda. You give ice cream, Brahmananda. Yogarato va bhogarato va sangarato va sangavihinaha yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati nandati anandati eva. Beautiful. So, how many things we have seen? Asadva idamagra asit, clear. Tato vai sadajayata, clear. तदात्मानग्ग स्वयं अकुरुत, clear. Clear मतलब क्या है? निकल गया? I think clear means clearly explained and clearly understood. Not कि everything clear हो गया. यद्वै तत् सुकृतं रसो वै सः रसगह्येवायं लब्ध्वा अयं ब्रह्मज्ञानी आनंदी भवति. Others are also becoming happy by rasa, but the rasa they are imagining from the madura and amladi. But madura amla also have to exist too. Therefore, even into them the ananda is coming from Brahman only. So why go for the second hand ananda? Why not have the direct Brahmananda? That is each one's thinking. Now the next one is kohi eva anyat kaha pranyat. यदेश आनंद आनंद यदेश आकाश आनंद न स्यात्. Now उस आनंद को और नया नाम दे रहे आकाश. Because it's like आकाश, infinite, निर्गुण, निराकार, supporting everything, not conditioned by anything. So in this sentence also, the final purpose of this sentence is, this is also another reason by which the existence of Brahman is established. So Ananda and Trupti and Rasa, that was one means to exist Brahman. Sukrutam, that was one means to exist Brahman. Sukrutam kiya to Ananda aata hai. So Sukrut karna, Ananda pana, both are because of Brahman only. And that all Sukruta we do because of Karmendriya, Jnanendriya and all of them, they all are nothing but Brahman only is appearing in their form. Because everything he only is created. असद्वा इदमग्र आसीत् ततो वै सदजायत. He only tadatmanaga swayamakrita. He only became karmendriya, jnanendriya, antakarana. Through them, he only becoming sukruta. Through that, he only getting the karma phala. And in that karma phala involvement, the ananda also is coming from him, the Brahman only. In this way, if we develop the vision, whether it's an object, whether it's a sense organ, whether it's an antakarana, whether the involvement in the object with the sense organ, everywhere what we visualize is Brahman only. This is what is a vigorous exercise happening in this anuvak. But we have to deeply again and again listen, single pointedly contemplate and catch it. But the mind is vikshipta, मूढ़ क्षिप्त है. Therefore 10 साल सारे दरवाजे बंद करके उपासना जप के द्वारा अंतःकरण को शुद्ध करना है. इच्छा से ये सब करो तो अंतःकरण शुद्ध एकाग्र होगा. Then this knowledge or the sadhana of the yoga which is said sampragnata samprajna samadhi, they become meaningful. Even our shravanam kirtanam ityadi bhakti sadhanas also become meaningful only when the antakarana is shuddha ekagra sattva guna. There is our problem. And that antakarana is becoming ashuddhi, etc. because of value given to rajoguna, that desires, tamoguna, the objects. That is why today we will see kshina vrittehe. Kshina vritti means the kshina rajastamas. Therefore shuddha sattva. For that person abhijatasya manehe. Grahitru grahana grahyeshu tatstha tadanjanata samabhati. We have seen yesterday, today little bit we touch. So seek the purity of heart. Then through the purity of heart, all the yoga sadhanas can be done. Mainly the Vihanga Marga of Vedanta Vicharana. Quick result it is. I'm just leaving for half a minute for you to contemplate. क्या है? हम क्या कर रहे हैं? किस बात को समझ रहे हैं? Has our intellect came into this line of contemplation, or the intellect is still in a nidra, or it is running with the mind in its imaginations? देखो. Please, that is the importance of Viveka, with which the whole world is continuously born and dying, therefore it is mithya. Therefore, I should not want the world. This minimum vairagya, if it is not there, our mind senses will not be withdrawn from the worldly pursuits. Without that done, the intellect will not be freed from them, pure in itself, subtle in itself, single pointed in contemplating the higher truths, higher realities. सोच लो, ऐसे ही फंसे धसे रहना है क्या, या बाहर आना है? For small little pleasures in the world, we are missing the Brahma Ananda only. And what Vedanta says is that wretched small little pleasures of the world, you drop it, you are given Brahmananda. Which is a greater offer? This should click to us. Nobody can teach us. We have to learn. Nobody can guide us. We have to take the guidance. Nobody can educate us. We have to get educated. First, knowing that I don't have guidance, I am uneducated, then willing to know, willing to educated, willing to guided. If this willing is there, then every guru's teaching will be useful to us. Without our own willingness, 1,000 gurus, million gods come. But we are not willing, therefore we will not get guided or educated or illumined. We cannot. हमको इच्छा नहीं है तो कौन क्या कर सकता? That is why the ego. I know whatever I know is correct. I do whatever I want. And who is I? This mind. Whatever the mind likes, I think it is good. This is how we are lost in delusion. ये कॉन्टेम्पलेट करना है. मैं, मेरा मन, मेरे मन के भावनाएं, उनको मैं मेरा मानकर उसी में फंसा हूं, जिस कारण से बुद्धि को गुरु लोग जो उत्तम आदर्श या लक्ष्य दिखा रहे हैं, मैं उसको देख नहीं पा रहा हूं. ऐसी सूक्ष्मता आनी चाहिए. If you own the mind, if you love the mind, if you identify the mind, then whatever the mind is projecting, that alone we give value importance. Therefore, detach from the mind, then attach to the Guru's mind, Guru's Jnanam, who is teaching from his experience and the Shastra. That knowledge, by gaining which we get evolved, we get emancipated, liberated. ये सुनने के बावजूद भी फिर वही मन और वही अहंकार कहता है फिर भी हम नहीं सुनेंगे, फिर भी हम नहीं मानेंगे, देन सफर. Why people, in spite of the presence of God and Guru and Shastra, still suffering? In spite of their, because they are not taking the guidance from them. Like you have everything in the house, but still you are hungry, suffering. Why? But you are not, because you are not eating them. वस्तुएं घर में रहने से भूख नहीं मिटती है ना, खाना पड़ता है. So to Guru, Shastra, Paramatma are there, but feel still miserable because we are not taking the help from them. Why? Because we are lost in our mind. We are lost in our ego. जितना जल्दी इस बात को समझे उतना हम बाहर आ सकते हैं. एंड इज वेरी इंडिविजुअलिस्टिक, वेरी सब्जेक्टिव. ओनली दिस इज द पॉइंट वेयर इवन भगवान एंड गुरु आल्सो डोंट इंट्रूड, दखल अंदाज नहीं करते. नहीं, लाइक इफ यू डोंट कॉल मी टू योर हाउस, इवन इफ यू कॉल आई हैव नो टाइम टू कम, बट इफ यू डोंट कॉल देयर इज नो चांस फॉर मी टू एंटर. I can't intrude. Like to the house I cannot come. To your mind and heart also I cannot come. I or Guru or God or Shastra. आप उनको बुलावे तो आदर के साथ वो आएंगे, फिर मांगेंगे तो मदद करेंगे, मदद को लोगे तो उससे काम होगा. Think. Who is our well-wisher? By the way, it's not as a part of Upanishad or its commentary. Upanishad or commentary में सीधा topic चलता है, highest level. Shankara never talked lower level. Wherever Shruti Mata herself says, these are the aberrations, these are misunderstanding, there he just comments it. Upanishad never comes to lower level of preparation because Upanishad is for that student who is already prepared. Prepared in Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shatka Sampada, Mumukshutvam. ये पके हुए बंदे के लिए होते हैं, इस तरह से पके हुए, not कच्चे. Now the next important discussion. It is also establishing the existence of Brahma. The simple meaning of the sentence is Kaha eva anyat kaha pranyat yad esha akasha anandah न स्यात्. जिस ब्रह्म को अभी अभी नया नाम दिया है आनंद करके, जिनको पहले बताया कि अपने हृदय के आकाश में रहते हैं. Okay, that Brahman who is recently named as Trupti or Ananda, that Brahman who was earlier said as to be found to be in the Hridaya Akasha. If that Hridaya Akasha Sthita Brahma, Hridaya Akash ही Brahma है, please remember. But just Sthita word is used to direct the mind's understanding. If the Hridaya Akasha Sthita Brahma is not there, Kaha eva anyat, kaha pranyat. Anyat means exhaling. Pranyat means inhaling. So pranana kriya, inhaling, anana kriya is exhaling. Remember, inhale, exhaling is equal to life. Life is equal to all activities of life. All activities of life happen when there is life. Life is there when inhale and exhale is happening. Inhaling and exhaling cannot happen without in that akasha the Brahman is not there. Therefore, the moment you see somebody inhaling, exhaling, trace it to the presence of Brahman in that. Kohi eva anyat kaha pranyat. Who will do the anyam and pranyam? Yat esha akasha ananda nasyat. In that akasha, hridaya akasha, anand named Brahman, Sat Swarupa Brahman, nahasyat. So, one intelligent thing here is what? ये तो बता दिया कि without that Brahman in the heart, nobody can do inhale, exhaling. Therefore, that proves the existence of Brahman. This sentence we have to study with the 2 paragraphs of Bhashyam. But here, by saying it as Ananda, by saying it as Akasha, by saying it as Trupta, by it is saying as Rasa, by saying it as Sukruta, by saying it as the Asatu, what Shruti is saying is, don't get lost in the words. What is indicated through the words, you catch it. ब्रह्म का कितने भी नाम है, नाम ब्रह्म नहीं है, जो पीछे नाम का है वो ब्रह्म है. Vishnu Sahasranam. Sahasranam is not important. Through every name, Vishnu is important. Is it understandable? इतने नाम दे के हमको कंफ्यूज नहीं कर रहे, हमको कह रहे हैं कि नाम जितने भी हो ब्रह्म ही के है। नाम के द्वारा ब्रह्म को पकड़ना लक्ष्य है, नाम लक्ष्य नहीं है। Nama means the word and its meaning, etc. All this will be dealt in different way in Yoga Darshana Shastra. Vitarka, Vichara, Ananda, Asmita, Anugata, Sampragnata, Samadhi, and all that is a very difficult subject. Very difficult means different. Actually, Yoga Darshana is to be studied exclusively, separately, in different light. But we are enjoying थोड़ा थोड़ा एक एक सूत्र पढ़ रहे हैं, तो उसमें उसको वहाँ वैसा बताते हैं. तो here it is said in this way. So explained कि कोह्यवान्याद कहा प्रणयाद यदेश आकाश आनंदो न स्यात्. अगर ये आनंद रूपी ब्रह्म हृदय में आकाश में नहीं होता तो who will do the inhaling and exhaling, means who will be alive, means whose any activity is possible, nothing. If it's the presence of Brahman in the Hridaya Akasha, because of which pranapana kriya are happening, because of which we are alive, because of which the kriya or karma are happening, not together. Kriya karma nahi. Actions are happening, results are coming, involvement in the results are happening. So actions are happening, results are coming, results are giving ananda. All that is because of Brahman was dealt so far in the earlier topic. But before the actions are done, the life should be there. Life is pulsating when the inhaling, exhaling is happening. That cannot happen without Brahman. This point is highlighted here. तो आपका जीवन ही ब्रह्म के कारण है. जीवन में क्रियाएं ब्रह्म के कारण है. क्रियाओं के कारण जो कर्म फल आ रहा है वो भी ब्रह्म के कारण. और फलों का रस आनंद भी है वो भी ब्रह्म के कारण. देखो वन ब्रह्मन अलोन, the karta, the karma, the karma phala, the karma phala bhoga, the bhokta. But without Brahma, all this set alone is samsara. Without Brahma Jnana. But with Brahma Jnana, whether this set is there or not, the Ananda Rasa is there. Sleep is important. है ना. कभी सोफे में सोते हैं, कभी कुर्सी में बैठ बैठ के सोते हैं, कभी जबरदस्त पलंग में सोते हैं, और हम तो जमीन पे ही सोते हैं. सोना इंपॉर्टेंट. इज इट नॉट? There are people, very rich, but जमीन में they enjoy it. अच्छा है, हमें इनमें पलंग से नीचे ही गिरना है, अब पहले गिरूं. I love sleeping on floor. I never use cot. नीचे आराम से, कितने भी लुढ़क पड़क हो, डर नहीं था नीचे गिरने का. Interesting. Put all the bed sheet etc. on the palang. All the machar will go there, imagining we are there. Sleep on the floor. Cheating the machar. Is it not? So the other day they were saying, close all the doors, all mosquitoes coming. I said, let them come inside. We'll close the door from outside and we sleep outside. So, यदेश आकाश आनंदो न स्यात् कह एव अन्यात् कह प्राण्यात्. Now the discussion starts. Let us try to touch little of the topic today. Jitna ho sake. Now please don't be worried like me also. I am not worried कि the text should be completed or finished. एक साल हो गया, अब इसी उपनिषद में फंसा रहे हो, और एक उपनिषद पढ़ाओ. मैंने कहा 6 उपनिषद पहले पढ़े, क्या हुआ? उपनिषद को या ब्रह्म को या हमको कुछ नहीं हुआ. तो इस उपनिषद से लिटिल गहराई we should have. So go slowly, study. Throughout life, through any of the Upanishad, we have to be in touch with Brahma Vidya. That's what is the conclusion I arrived at, and I know it's correct conclusion. Every day through the Upanishad, because we have taken up sequentially, so this is going on. And Bhashyakara's Bhashyam, we have to analyze it, understand it. Through that, the mantra is understood, through that, the Brahma. So, next one. Avatarika. Itaha cha asti. Itaha cha asti. Because now this avatarika for Kohyevanyat Kapranyat mantra. Only 2 lines. Kohyevanyat Kapranyat Yadesha Akasha Anando Nasyat Yesha hi eva Anandayati or Anandayat. This Brahman alone is making one to be Anandi. Because of him only Ananam Prananam is happening. Because of that only the life is there. Activities are there. So avatarika, then the mantra, then the bhashya. Avatarika is itaha asti. Because of this another reason also, Brahma astitva is established. These are all intellectual understanding. Then only we pursue to reach to that Brahman. Brahman is reached as experience only, as aham. है ना, aham brahma, aham sad brahma, and it cannot be again explained because it is nirvishesha, nirakara, nirvyavahara. मतलब क्या है, अपने ऋषि मुनि लोग कितने गंभीर हुए होंगे अपने ध्यान में, that they could catch Brahman. How much they must have struggled to explain that. They couldn't. They found all these Upanishadic way of teaching. That also become very sublime, unacceptable, catchable as therefore Bhagavan only comes in the form of Adi Shankara Adi, then the Bhashyam is given. Through the Bhashyam, it's a lot of easiness in studying the mantra. बट भाष्य के साथ मंत्र को पढ़ सकते हैं, बट अनुभूति साधना से ही होता है. Shankara will not guarantee the experience. He will only explain the Upanishad and the sadhya sadhana there. Without doing sadhana, nobody will experience sadhya. Like that, in India, there must be 10,000 scholars of Adi Shankara Bhashya. A to Z they know, but no guarantee that they have realized. Intellectually, they have understood, but sadhana ke biya kina kiye bina, how can we transcend Jiva Deha Bhava and experience Aham Brahmas? That nobody guarantees. You only have to give guarantee and do sadhana. Appa. So itah cha asti. Kutaha? How? Prananadi kriya darshanat. See, in the living beings, you are seeing all the pranana adi kriya. So prananam is happening, apananam is happening, and in between the pranavayu going inside, getting into five forms of pranapana vyanudana samana. The functions are going and happening. So this is the other thing by which existence of Brahman is caught. How? Let us analyze. Ki ayam apihi pindaha. Ayam api pinda. Pinda means human being. We are all pinda. The whole world is called Brahmand. It's called Pindanda, that is Brahmand. So ayam apihi pindaha. Any of the individual, you and I, jivataha. As long as alive, then only pranena praniti, apanena apaniti. By inhaling, he is doing the pranana kriya. By exhaling, he is doing the apanana kriya. By inhaling, he is taking the vayu inside. By exhaling, he is throwing it out. Pranena praniti means by inhaling, he is taking the air inside. Exhaling, he is throwing the air outside. That is what apanena apaniti. Okay. Now, evam, in this way, other things are added. Vayaviyaha means Vayu Sambandhi, these Pancha Pranas and their functionings. All those Pancha Prana and their functionings we have studied so many times. Prana for perceptions and inhale, Apana for exhaustion, sending out the things, Samana for digestion, Vyana for circulation, Udana for higher thinking and leaving the body. These are the 5 pranas main functions. To do those functionings, it needs the helps. Therefore, the upapranas also come into picture. Through the upaprana, to every cell of the body, the prana shakti is sent. That is how there is an experience of touch. When you touch the toe of your feet, they are also experienced because of the prana shakti there. Prana and the rakta prasrana adi. So, Vayaviyaha means Vayu Sambandhi, inhale, exhale. Then next one, Aindriyakaha. Indriya Sambandhi, all the 10 Indriyas you have. Cha Cheshtaha, the activities are happening now. The Pancha Pranas and Indriyas are doing Cheshtas. Point 1. Second, Samhataihi. They are not doing that individually. There is a beautiful coordination, cohesiveness between them. While doing so, the Karya Karanaihi. The Karyas are Indriyas, the Karanas are, Karana is your Antakarana. So Antakarana Rupi Karana, Karya Rupi Deha, Indriyas and Pranas. 4 things have come. Vayaviyaha Pranaha. Then Aindriyakaha Indriyaha. Then Karya means the Stula Deha. Karana means the Antakarana. सो अंतःकरण स्थूल देह प्राणास इंद्रियास ये सब मिलकर ही संहत ही निर्वर्त्यमानाः दृश्यन्ते इन कोऑर्डिनेशन विथ ईच अदर ओनली दे आर ऑल वर्किंग बी अटेंटिव दिस इज अ वेरी हाई लेवल इंपॉर्टेंट थॉट देयर इज नो दैट वे इंडिपेंडेंटली डिसइंटीग्रेटेडली दे आर वर्किंग नहीं तो बड़ा क्योस हो जाएगा वहां If the mind and hand and the mouth are not in coordination, then the mind is telling the hand to lift that food, hand is lifting something else. So, and mind is telling it to the hand to the put the food in the mouth, and the hand is putting in the ears. ये confusion हो जाएगा. Or the mind is telling the mouth to open, mouth is not opening. Then how can the hand put the mouth food in the mouth? And the mind is telling the legs to take the body forward, but the legs are saying नहीं हम आगे नहीं आएंगे पीछे मुड़. तो मन कह रहा है आगे बढ़, पाँव कह रहे पीछे चल. How chaotic would be the whole world, tell me. संहत है ये, मतलब सब मिलकर. संहत मीन्स in coordination. They are each one independent. Each independent have their own different capacities and functionings. But all of them are functioning in coordination with each other. That's called samhata. Together काम करना. Be careful. If they are not in coordination with each other, everything is chaos. Like in a car, 4 tires. दो एक खब्बे टायर सज्जे खब्बे डाल रहा है, सज्जे वाला सज्जे जा रहा है, पीछे के पीछे जा रहा है. अब कहाँ जाएगा वो कार? All tires go in one direction where the steering is guiding. Then only the car will move that way. थिंक अगर ऐसी बात हो गई तो मानो बुद्धि और कुछ सोच रहा है, मौन और कुछ सोच रहा है, इंद्रियां अपने मस्ती में जहाँ जहाँ कर रहे हैं, हाँ शरीर अपने ठिकाने में. इट इज लाइक ए वेरी हाईली एजुकेटेड वेरी रिच फैमिली, रिच पीपल्स फैमिली. द वाइफ इज इन हर किट्टी क्लब, नेवर टॉकिंग टू हस्बैंड, husband busy in his drinking and all, never giving time to the family. Children have their own nonsense friends. There is a house, there is no home there. है कि नहीं? वहाँ मकान है, गृह नहीं है उधर. It will be very chaotic. There are some people, they just stay together independently. कौन क्या कर रहा है किसी को नहीं पता, बस सोशल स्टेटस के लिए हम साथ में हैं, बट अदरवाइज नथिंग टू चेरिश टू स्टे टुगेदर. In the same way would be the confusion in any individual's personality. Therefore, first understanding is what? Aindriyaihi vayaviyaha karya rupi sharira karana rupi imanta karana together samhata के रूप में ये सब चेष्टा हर एक शरीर में कर रहे हैं. First to catch this point. Then come to the next one. कि कार्य कारण ही निर्वर्तिमान दुष्यन्ते. Very interesting. Now, tatcha, this assembly of all these things working in coordination with each other, tacha eka artha vrittitvena samhananam. Eka artha vrittitvena samhananam. Okay, they are coming together is for one definite purpose, not the purpose of any of them individuals. Eye is not seeing for its sake, though it is a capacity of eye only to see. Ear is not listening for its sake, though ear alone is listening. Mind is doing the thinking or imagination, but not for its sake. थोड़ा सोचना, ये थोड़ा जरा, ये तो समर साल्ट वाला पॉइंट है. सुन पाओगे तो सुन लो, समझ पाए तो समझ लो. यू कैन एंजॉय द अंडरस्टैंडिंग इफ यू गेट इट. तो तत्च एकार्थ वृत्तित्वेन, एकार्थ वृत्ति मीन्स one per, eka means one, artha means purpose, vritti means acting. They are acting with one common purpose. What? All of them put together as samhananam. Be attentive. Can that happen? Can that happening of all of them working together for a purpose? Can it happen na antarena chetanam? Without the chetanam? Be attentive. Without the chaitanya, atma, can they come together in coordination and do the work for somebody else, not for themselves? A particular work. Like mouth is not eating for the mouth, is it not? Ears are not listening for ears. We said legs are not walking for themselves. This is what is subtlety. So each one of them are mentioned and they are in coordination working. When they are working in coordination for a definite purpose, that purpose is not to belonging to any one of them. This is one set of understanding. One set. Second set is what? Without Chetanam, can it happen? Never happen. Now the third point is $1 million important. What is that? This Chetanam, without which they don't function, even in coordination, is not a part of them. It is not samhananam, it is asamhatam. It is not a part of it. And therefore, all of them are working for Chetanam. The Chetanam is Brahma. And Chetanam is not working. Clear? They are all working together. But without Chetanam, they cannot work. Therefore, they are all working because of Chetanam, for the sake of Chetanam. And what is the role of Chetanam in the Samhananam? It is not a part of it. Now, how do you bring this type of relation? What is the logic between the Chaitanam and functioning of all the faculties? Because in that particular body or Jiva, when the Chaitanam is not there, they are not coordinating, they are not working. A dead body. देखने को हाथ पैर सब कुछ है कि नहीं? But you tell him to work, वो चेतन नहीं है उसमें अभी. Therefore, that coming together and working is not there. So therefore, the prompter to work also is Chaitanya Brahma, and the purpose for whom they are working also is Chaitanya Brahma. Now be careful here. Chaitanya Sad Brahma expression के लिए उपाधियां है. That is the fulfillment of the upadhis. So these upadhis can experience and enjoy some objects of the world which are widespread. This is all delusion. This is not correct. That is not a reality. That is why whoever are through the upadhis working outside to eke out sukha through objects, all of them are suffering. That is we only. Therefore, to indicate the presence of Shuddha Chaitanya Sarupa Brahma, that all the faculties are working. Therefore, through the functioning of all of that, when we reach to that because of whose presence they are working, we are spiritual. Instead of reaching to that because of which all they are working, they come together for something other outer worldly thing. It is samsara. Like an organization, a committee is made. Organization has the goals to reach. Now, this committee was made instead of doing that actions of the organization. If they themselves plan something else and do something contradictory and opposite, then it is criminal. It is wrong. They will be caught. They are bound. है ना बैंक है उसमें सारे बैंकर है मैनेजर है कैशियर टेलर सब है तो टुगेदर दे हैव टू डू दैट बैंकिंग वर्क देन द पर्पस ऑफ दैट बैंक एंड देयर स्टे इसके इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट वो सब मिलकर खुद ही डाकू की तरह ड्रेस करके कोई कैशियर की जगह पैसे ले रहा है कोई एटीएम का ले रहा है अरे दैट इज व्हाट कॉजेस द सस्पेंशन ऑफ देम और एनी सच इलीगल रॉन्ग थिंग we are suffering because we are doing wrong things. We are doing wrong things. That is the indication that we are suffering. Therefore, do right thing. What is right thing? Don't have any desire for any object or anything. Just allow the Paramatma to function through our faculties. And that in the intellect comes into picture. What way to function through the Shastras it is told. That is called as in the Vyavahara, follow the Dharma. In the mind, have devotion. In the intellect, inquire. In the self, you be identified with the Brahman. Bas, you are liberated. Anything other than the four. Vyavahar में धर्म, मन में प्रेम, बुद्धि में विचारणा, अहम में स्वरूपतादात्म्य. Other than these four, taking the world as real, giving enjoyability in that, creating desire in the mind, trying to procure it by all the unrelated means, these are all uncalled for. That is a samsara. But all are in that only. Therefore उनको देखकर मेजॉरिटी हमको लगता है ऐसे जीना चाहिए और ऐसे हम जी रहे हैं और फंस भी रहे हैं. See, through the pranana apanana kriya also establishment of Brahman is done. Here the Brahman is as Chaitanya. Chaitanya must exist. Therefore the existence expressing as Chaitanya in whose presence the all the limbs of the body, the pranas, the indriyas, the antakarana, the sharira, in coordination they are working not for any one of them but for somebody else. And that somebody else is Chaitanya only. And the one who is prompting or giving ability to work also is Chaitanya. Logic is what? Wherever there is Chaitanya is not there, these are not working, therefore there is no purpose, therefore there is nothing done. है कि नहीं? देह इंद्रिय मन प्राण बुद्धियां चैतन्य आत्मा नहीं है तो काम नहीं करते. देखो किसके कारण कर रहे हैं उसी के लिए उनके कारण किसके लिए है उन्हीं के लिए. व्हाट इज उन्हीं के लिए? ओनली टू एक्सप्रेस हिज प्रेजेंस. द चैतन्य सद ब्रह्म है ऐसे उनके प्रेसिडेंस को बताने के लिए इंद्रियां काम कर रहे, and through the indriya and antakarana vyapara you have to become introverted, not extroverted, to reach to that chaitanya sat brahma as our atma. That is the whole upanishadic main purpose. In this way, the introduction is given. Anyatra darshanat. It some avatarika hai. Abhi mantra nahi hua. Now the mantra and its explanation. Tomorrow we'll see. Mantra is what? Ko hyevanyat kah pranyat yadesha akasha anando nasyat yesha hyevanandayati. इसका एक पैरा में भाष्य है. उसके बाद वाला हे तस्मिन् अदृश्येन आत्मनित्यान वंडरफुल टॉपिक in the seventh anuvaka. है ना, the 3-4 lines are there, very beautiful, very worthy of listening and understanding. Let us try it tomorrow. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantari. Om श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you.